Srivastava. I am an on-campus clinical psychologist, and today we are going to talk about sleep. Let's start with something very basic. Sleep is not just a relaxing procedure. A lot of biology is happening during sleep. Your body is rejuvenating, repairing the wear and tear of the wakefulness time. So sleep is basically a procedure which rejuvenates and repair your body cells. And of course, we do know that our brain cells, that is your neurons, are non-regenerative. So yes, to have a better memory, to have a better understanding of things, and maintained intelligence, we do need a proper sleep. So sleep plays a very important role. And apart from the psychological lens, sleep also helps you with your better body. It comes to your health, your skin, your mood, of course. All these things are, very important part is played through sleep. So many nights when you are waking up, of course your body is not able to rejuvenate. And I always talk about body clock. So it doesn't matter that you're coming back 5 a.m. in the morning and sleeping entire day. That is actually creating the hormonal disbalance in your body. Okay, so night outs can create trouble in sleep, not just at the superficial level, but at the very much biological level. And apart from that, I of course prioritize the safety and security, that it is not a very safe option to stay out of the campus for the late night hours. And when we talk about, of course, sleep routine and night outs, there's one very important thing, that if we are having a regular night outs with regard to not sleeping and going out, then slowly and gradually this will be a part of your sleep regime, that you're sleeping in the morning. So that's how you're going to lose your classes and your attention and concentration, and that we are going to carry on in our professional life. So it has a very long-term impact. So I request all the students that before you choose night out on a regular basis, it's very important to prioritize your schedule and your sleep. Mood disorders, mainly if we talk about depression and bipolar disorder, these are the two major mood disorders which we are talking about. So anytime when you're having very reduced sleep pattern, it is very likely to have troubles with the neurotransmitters directly working in your brain, like dopamine, serotonin, GABA, acetylcholine, and all these hormones are basically creating certain impact on you. So initially the person will be able to manage without sleep, but slowly and gradually sleep has a direct correlation with low mood, fatigability. You're always fatigued. You're procrastinating a lot. This is a very common thing that happens when your sleep is not adequate. You're procrastinating a lot. So every time we are discussing about mood disorders, we firstly talk about improving sleep pattern. Remember, reduced sleep can also trigger into severe mental health disorders like bipolar, mania, or having severe depression or moderate level of depression, because of course something not only happening at the psychological level but biological level as well. If you look at any psychological disorder, the biofunction, the sleep, becomes the first question we ask in our intervention. Okay, how is your sleep? So sleep is very much related to your cognitive health as well as your emotional health. If you won't be sleeping well, you will be irritated entire day, there will be brain fogging, and also there will be a lot of emotional withdrawal. Withdrawal means that you will not be able to experience emotions well. Okay, and apart from that, if we talk about the cognitive health, the thinking, all the procedures, the decision making, problem solving, all of it will be troublesome, because of course, as I told, that when we talk about the brain cells, they do not regenerate, so we have to keep them healthy, and sleep is a very important process in keeping it healthy. So if your brain cells are healthy, you are emotionally good and you are cognitively good. I'd like to take a moment to So the diagnosis for insomnia is that every 4 weeks, if you are not able to sleep for 4 days in 1 week, which makes 4 weeks, and every week 4 nights are troubled, that is the condition of insomnia. So when insomnia takes place, we have to clearly firstly address all the underlying issues. What are the stressors, if there is an environmental problem or there is a psychological problem going on, and there can be associated medical issues as well. So once we have figured out those things with the help of the professionals, we can then go forward with the intervention. So the intervention can also include the sleep hygiene, relaxation techniques, cognitive behavioral therapy to address if you're going through any emotional problem or any behavioral issues in life, as well as medical referral if required. A psychologist or a counsellor who is well trained in the process of finding out the why of the problem will help the client specifically understand where the sleep problem is happening. So I'll just give a small example. When somebody comes with only problem that I'm having a troubled sleep or I'm not able to sleep, then we don't just start focusing on that very problem. We find out why, that from where the sleep pattern is disturbed. Is it your hectic routine, or you're going through an emotional problem or any behavioral problem? So we find out the why, that what is the root cause of the sleep problem, and then we have specialized techniques from which we will be helping the client and the student to have a better sleep quality. Of course, yes. So there are few practices which we all can practice. The first step in sleep hygiene is to understand the role of the body clock. Okay, so post 7 p.m. our body releases melatonin, which is the sleep hormone. Now that hormone is designed to release in darkness. If you keep on seeing the screen, your brain will be super confused that when do I release melatonin. So slowly and gradually, when there is a tussle between light and melatonin, the lifestyle related sleep problems start. Okay, so first thing we have to understand that we have to reduce our screen time before at least 1.5 hours of sleep. All the gadgets should be shut down. Second thing is having a good meal and at least 2 hours before the sleep, or 1.5 hours before the sleep, where your body is not well all the time digesting, and you feel hot and cold flushes also if you quickly eat food and lie down. Then again, as I told, the Jacobson's progressive muscle relaxation exercises, we can incorporate that also just before the sleep, where we are relaxing all the muscles of our body. Apart from that, any warm beverage with no caffeine, no nicotine will be very good in facilitating a better sleep. Of course, sleep in a dark room. Do not have a lot of lights open. For students staying in hostels, I have a very special message for you, because we've been seeing this in our daily practice. If you are 3 people living together, 2 people living together, let's have a rule of shutting down light in the room, so that everybody has a good sleeping pattern and everybody is having a better understanding about sleep, and everybody is not disturbed by light or music. So this can be one thing which can be incorporated with hostel students. And of course, there should be one very important thing apart from sleep, hygiene, that if you have any thought, any problem, any issue which is constantly rotating in your head, despite all of these things are fine, you can always meet the counselor and discuss your problems. One very important thing I'll tell you, because specifically about students, and these days we all are working on laptops and having a long time sitting jobs as well. So what happens, you will generally see there is a problem with the muscles are getting contracted and not well relaxed, as well as of course poor sleep quality we are addressing. So these are the little things which can be resolved through behavioral intervention, which is your relaxation techniques. So what do we do in these relaxation techniques? We target each muscle group through a specified technique called Jacobson's muscle relaxation therapy, and we try to release all the tension knots within the muscles. Another thing is mindfulness based techniques. So of course, this is the problem which we all are facing these days, racing thought in our, in our brains. So to address that, we sometimes try to enjoy and, live the present moment and have a small meditative practice of our own. So we, as a psychologist, we do help our client in maintaining that small meditative practice of your own, which can help you calm your mind and regulate a better sleep. So that's how the relaxation technique as well as mindfulness based practices help you with the better sleep. Sleep does not only, I'll share one small experience that sleep is not always a product of mental health problem. It can be a result of poor lifestyle changes as well. I mean, using a lot of screens and displays at night can also, entirely dysregulate your sleeping pattern. So in such cases, we have seen significant amount of improvement where lifestyle was involved. Along with that, many times there are certain overthinking, rumination, bugging thoughts in your head, which creates problem in sleeping. So there we have successfully used cognitive behavioral therapy, mindfulness based therapies, where we have success in sleeping pattern followed by a better life. So yes, I think improving the sleep quality sometimes become important, and sometimes sleep is the associated problem with the main problem. So we have to resolve that, subsequently.